Okay, mic check. Here we go. Hold on. Boom, bang, bang. What's going on, everyone? Breaking, shocking news. Let's make sure that's aligned properly. Yes, indeed. Holy crappers, man! I can't believe what just got announced today. You can only follow so much of what's going on in regards to there's so much of it. But this is honestly a little bit shocking, especially what ChatGPT said. If you guys saw my post yesterday, or sorry, you might have been on the live with me. But hold on a sec. But dude, even ChatGPT spilled the frickin' beans about it, man, which usually is a bit of a fibbing thing. It doesn't tend to be too truthful. Hold on a sec. Boom, bang, bing. So I'll tell you guys all about it. It is freaking shocking. Yeah, sorry guys, I had the screen off for a second. I was just getting situated. Yeah, so dude, this is freaking crazy. I'm gonna announce that we're live on Instagram in a second and get everyone on here. We should have our account back this exact moment. In fact, I bet you haven't even checked all day. It probably is already up. Just detecting that. And then now let's quickly announce we're live on Instagram. Total debt forgiveness plan. Shocking. Okay, hold on. Welcome, everyone. Welcome indeed. What do we got? Okay, perfect. Yeah, of course, there's a catch to it, right? Shout out to Health Jit. Shout out to Health, man. And M, what's going on? Will, Murphy, Rev. Motivational musings, man. Shout out to Motivational. Guys, so this is shocking breaking news. For one, the main account is suspended right now, which is, as you can imagine, a slight annoyance. But I'm not sitting here to complain. Listen, we are live right now on my Rumble live stream channel talking about the plan to do a completely financial reset, which will result in, well, the plan is to basically enslave us. So we're going to be doing a deep dive on my Rumble right now, talking about this shocking situation where they're going to forgive all debt, but there's a catch. In fact, several catches, and it's coming around the corner right now, man. So we're in for a wild freaking ride. If you want to hear a deep dive on it, come on over to my Rumble channel. Free to download, free to watch, and free speech is at the link in my bio. I hope to see all of you guys there right now. There's already a ton of people on, and we got a lot to get through. All right. Much love, everyone. We'll see you on there. Okay, so it keeps downloading them. There we go. Yeah, robots are running around too. That's true. Rev, what's going on, man? Hold on a sec. Let me let everyone on here. One sec. Okay, so guys, get this, all right? Shout out to one Tanye and all the new people on here. I'm stoked that you guys have joined. What I'm going to do is, for 2 seconds here, where's my fire screen? I love how Rumble lets you play stuff too, like on YouTube. You know, people have been banned because, people have been banned on YouTube for live streaming, walking through a market, and some song pops on from a radio and they get copyrighted. It's shocking. Rumble, on the other hand, we can watch entire documentaries. Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to play a song for you guys. We'll be right back, and we're going to get into this shocking situation.
Be required. This will not be another Vietnam. This will not be a protracted, drawn-out war.
Okay, so boom, bang, bing. Dude, listen to this. So yesterday, Cliff, shout out to Cliff, by the way. Dude, we had a freaking vibrational frequency discussion yesterday. Eh? It was freaking awesome. So thank you guys. Listen, I just found out some pretty crazy information and we do need to discuss it. Um, no bullshit, all right? So there's two organizations. Oh, by the way, tonight, Venezuela is said to it's supposed to being attacking the United States. Uh, I don't know. I think that's in Venezuela though. Like I guess there's U.S. troops around. I'm not saying there's about to be like an attack on U.S. soil or anything, but apparently they're preparing for a confrontation or conflict like tonight. So a lot of shit is going on, and this is my take on it. I just made a post about, and there could be many deeper rabbit holes to it, but what I see is this. Listen, they have shout out to Ethan. Um, they have, and by the way, if you know anyone who has like safety deposit boxes are kind of an interesting idea because if the bank like closes, you can't get your stuff. Like some people buy gold, but like on paper and have it like as like a note, like in the bank, and they hold on to your gold. That's historically not a freaking good idea. Even jewelry, I mean, it shouldn't really be in there. So, just have a good spot, man. Like, come on. But here's the crazy part: Venezuela signed on to Agenda 2030. Now, let me just make a distinction here. When Gaddafi was in power, he was making a gold-backed currency. He kicked out the central banks, like he shut down the banks. He started drilling for water and gave his whole country fresh, clean, pure spring water. Um, Food, like he clearly was a threat to the establishment, which seemingly wanted, the central banking system. That conflict, I will say, was organic in that, like, I don't think they built up Gaddafi to then take him down. I think that he was like, really, it seems like the last country that really tried to reject the banks, unless there's another one. I don't know if in recent times after Libya, if there was, I don't know about it, but I don't think Libya is like that. They signed on to Agenda 20, and I guess, but listen, they signed on to Agenda 2030. They mass vaxed their populace and locked them down and surveilled them and tracked and traced them. They got 5G and cell towers all over the place, which no country, like, we know the effects of those towers and what the plan is with them. And no country would ever allow that if they valued like the fertility and health of their citizens. So I already think that their country is a part of the Illuminati, the rulers of that country. I believe the president, whatever, they're all in cahoots. They go to World Economic Forum. They signed on to Agenda 2030. So I think that Venezuela is already like taken over from the inside. But now we have the U.S. publicly like going to go to war with freaking Venezuela, which apparently is working with Iran. So you can already see how this can become like a world war scenario. However, Deborah Tavares and a couple other pretty pronounced people said that the new wars of this 21st century are not fought between countries, but between the citizens and the establishment, the system. So governments, basically. I mean, you can see they're making all these laws and policies that are track tracing, surveilling, and controlling and enslaving us, not really necessarily beefing with other countries. So this thing, but I know a million people right now are already thinking, hell yeah, we're gonna crush Venezuela, man. They don't stand a chance. And as soon as you pick sides in this conflict, you're volunteering for to be a part of the show, man. It's shocking. So Venezuela, let's see what happens. But I mean, I already, dude, when Iran and freaking like Israel and shit were bombing each other, that was crazy, dude. And I thought we were already going to see World War II there, but then we went through the whole summer, and now it's in the middle of freaking winter at the end of the year. Now, I will say this though: the files, the Epstein files, are supposed to be released on Friday. Fridays are a big day, dude, because the markets are closed over the weekend. The biggest announcements are made on Fridays. I got to write this down because I got to make this into a post. The largest and most shocking uh, announcements are made on Fridays. This Friday, the Epstein files are supposed to be released. And apparently Venezuela is arming up, getting ready to fricking go at it with the US. And at the same time, we have rumors of all debts being forgiven. So this is the way it would work. And last night on the live, I asked ChatGPT, I said, don't bullshit me, you AI mother effer. What would the catch be if global governments and banks offered giving back our all debts being forgiven? What's the catch? And it actually shockingly said that there will be several catches. It's going to be digital ID. It's going to be total control, surveillance. Like it would be the Great Reset. If there was an all debts forgiven thing, you'd be giving up your sovereignty and your autonomy because then you owe them. And so don't do that. Except also, we just heard that if you don't give up your debts and there's a national debt forgiveness program thing or global debt forgiveness, that you'd be like cut off from the system. Can't get a bank, can't get a card, can't use the internet. In congruence with the digital ID. It's crazy, man. In 2016, I was posting about chemtrails and fluoride, and I just thought, damn, man, this is crazy, but their time's running out. And sure enough, it's been 10 years almost, a little less. What did I say, 2016? Anyway, and I can't believe, I honestly didn't know that we would get past 2012 because I thought about that back then. When we did get past 2012, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I woke up between 2012 and 2014, 15. And then I always kind of had this thought of something big's coming, man. Something big's because there is a massive deception going on. There is a gigantic deception that permeates every aspect of our lives. And I always thought, once I gained enough awareness of what's going on, that either we are going to be, and I don't believe this one's going to happen, but we're either going to be completely, I don't even like saying this because it sounds pretty negative. If someone just tuned in, they're like, dude, is this what I want to listen to? But the two options are, because every different timeline exists. The one timeline is we are totally and utterly enslaved to AI, and we're connected to AI, and we become a hive mind, we become no longer human, and it's basically the end of humanity. Or the other alternative, which is the one that's actually going to happen, but I just don't quite know how yet, is that humanity is going to wake up above a certain percentage of people who knows that this is a giant scam going on. And then that's when it's a bit foggy for me, but for what will happen between humanity waking up to a certain percentage and us becoming completely free from this thing. That's a big space to me in between. It's is there mass protests and riots? Well, that's a shitty thing because they're ready for that. Is there mass meditations that change the frequency and then the evildoers no longer can even exist in this realm? And then all of a sudden we're all free at the same time. I don't know exactly how it's going to go. But I always thought since 2014, 15, man, I'm like, dude, the days of this system are numbered because either it's going to be changed to where we're totally controlled more than we are even now. Or, I mean, you tend to think, I know because we've seen so many movies, you tend to think that it would be some Mad Max scenario where you've seen all the movies, mass protests and shit getting torn down and burnt up. But I don't think that's the best way because I think they prepared for that with all the frequency weapons. You guys remember what happened in freaking Serbia when there's 1 million people in the streets and all of a sudden they all jumped out of the street at the same time because of a frequency weapon that was deployed on them, and they all said it sounded like a freight train was coming at us. 1 million people at the same time in unison jumped out of the middle of the street. It was the strangest thing. It was actually the creepiest non-paranormal thing I've ever seen. It wasn't a ghost. It was a fucking the use of an advanced military weapon being deployed on peaceful protesters. And it didn't really hurt. It just scared them out of the streets. They made them all jump at the same time. So that's why I don't think violence is the way, although that wasn't even violent in itself. So just bear with me here. Something's going to happen. And our response to it is going to determine the outcome from that thing that happened. Shout out to Butterdog, man. All I know is this. In the meantime, we got 3i Atlas is supposed to be coming Friday too. Holy shit skis, Sonny. Hold on, let me write that down. 3i Atlas. Dude, so we're going to have aliens, Epstein, and freaking Venezuela all blowing up at the same time on Friday, man. Okay, so hold on a second. I highly recommend, because we don't know, remember what they said? You guys can feel it in the air right now, right? Something's freaking a little bit weird. Remember what they said about a global, what did he fucking say, that Klaus Schwab guy? That he always said that a cyber attack would be 1,000,000 times worse than even COVID. But now we're talking about cyber, we're talking about war, because if maybe the Venezuela thing turns into a cyber attack because Iran jumps in, and again, I don't believe that like some Iranian hacker hacks into the system and tries to defend Iran's asset, which is Venezuela. I think that it's all, but dude, our own governments could hit a switch, fry everything, and be like, it was Russia. How the fuck would we know? Like, it's a total scam. Most of the shit, you can't trust anything they say. So, and I believe they're all in cahoots. But my main thing is this. Last week, they announced that they have now approved. This is how I know shit isn't going to be over on Friday. Like, I never think like it's the end of the road here. Because when you look at some of the policies they're pushing forward, you can tell they have a long plan. So we still have years. Like, we don't know what's going to happen on Friday, but we still have years before 2030. They made a policy that now approves the use, for the first time ever, you may not think this is the first time it is, that glyphosate, or sorry, not glyphosate, a new pesticide is being sprayed, which contains glyphosate, but also has forever chemicals in it. And so you may be thinking like, oh, a more toxic toxin? Well, yeah, actually, but it's a lot more toxic. And I don't see them approving that before like shit hits the fan and then everything goes to hell. Like clearly they want to be using that for several years. So don't think that it's like the end of the world here, but some shit's going on. And furthermore, just know that any country that, like in Europe, you don't have glyphosate or fluoride, but they got a major BPA problem. They got a major censorship and control problem in the sense of, well, they're teaching the people over there. I mean, it's just shocking, majorly brainwashed. Maybe they don't need to chemically alter Europe as much because like they already have them under a bit of a spell with the mainstream media and the, but that same mainstream media would not work as well in the United States without the chemicals, because the spirit of freedom in the United States is a little bit stronger than that of, you know, the Netherlands, I guess. You know what I mean? But in the Netherlands, they are getting that Boavar shit in their cows, which is the thing that Bill Gates sponsors, that makes them not fart as much, but it also kills them. And a bunch of Dutch farmers are out there saying this is so crazy. Like we have to feed our cows this chemical, but if we do, they get sick. I mean, it's a Bill Gates backed thing, man. And Bill Gates is like Voldemort. You can't even say his fucking name on social media. Or at least I couldn't during COVID-19, the schmandemic. Huh. What am I kidding? We're on Rumble now. The pandemic and COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, man. But my point is this, dude, we need to stay extremely grounded through this. I'm about to tell you, by the way, about how your heart is not a pump. But I wanted to mention before we fully get into it, right now, our detoxification pathways are generally bunged up with the heavy metals, the phthalates, the BPA, the microplastics, the glyphosate, the atrazine, even brake dust, the frequencies coming off all these cell towers. It's shocking what it is doing to our systems. So because of that, we can talk about, like I've mentioned many times, Michelle Obama and chemtrails all day, but do you want to detox that stuff or do you want to just kind of willy-nilly around? Because right now, Chalk, which is based in the United States, ships out of Georgia and founded in Texas and has an all-American customer service team and 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, is giving away free chalk minerals, which are fully bioavailable minerals from Utah, cold water extracted from a humic shale deposit, which detoxes BPA phthalates rebuilds your DNA, pesticides and heavy metals. And if you're eating 100, you may be thinking minerals like willy-nilly minerals, you can get any mineral you want from the grocery store. Those are not bioavailable. There's a huge scam going on with minerals you buy from stores, even health food stores. So Chalk's giving away 2 bottles of the Chalk Minerals, which has the full matrix of minerals, which rebuilds your DNA. Minerals bind to heavy metals and excrete them out of the body, which massively increases your brain function, your energy levels, your mental clarity, and more. And also, they increase nutrient absorption. So the same food, whatever you had for dinner tonight, you would get more nutrients out of if you were also taking the Chalk Minerals, because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. And vitamin used to stand for vital mineral, because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. But today, even if you're eating 100% organically, you're getting less than 10% of the full matrix of minerals. So right now, Chalk's giving away 2 bottles of minerals, and they're giving away 1 Chalk Lit Powder, which is the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which has a ton of antioxidants. It's super detoxifying. It's delicious. It stimulates the pineal gland's decalcification. It also contains compounds which support your body's ability to produce bliss chemicals. It stimulates the production of bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. Super mellow, blissful feeling when you're drinking it. Again, organic heirloom. Don't mess with cacao that's not organic and heirloom, because it's a willy-nilly, man. I guess that's the new word of the day, willy-nilly. So this is the way the deal works. I just put the link in the chat, and this is honestly first come, first serve. We only got 2 minerals to give away and 1 bag of the Chalk Lit Powder. This is the way the deal works. The number 1 supplement for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which has the full matrix of minerals. It boosts testosterone for men. It balances hormones for women. It contains compounds which have anti-aging effects on the body. And interestingly, very interestingly, one of the studies they did with Shilajit has to do with your DNA, because there's so many minerals in it. Genghis Khan, Bruce Lee, and Vladimir Putin, like some of the elite, many of the elite, I'm sure, are completely aware of what Shilajit does for you, which is that hormones, energy, detox. The Russian military secretly studied it for 20 years. It boosted morale, and it helped to combat fatigue. So you're tired as hell lifting freaking bazookas, you take Shilajit. And then also, it boosts muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. But let me ask you this. If it increases muscle recovery, so when you exert your muscles, they stretch, and then you know how the whole muscle building program works. What do you think it would do to like that's kind of, in Terminator, when that robot AI thing would get shot, and it would not the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator, but like the silver evil Terminator guy, and he would get shot, and then his body would quickly repair it. Perhaps Shilajit is very good for repairing your cells in general. In fact, it is. We have clinical studies on it. So I'm going to take one right now, but that's the number 1 supplement for men and women. The other one that you have to try, especially because of that discount code I'm about to tell you, is the Chad Mode, which has 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop, and organic blue spirulina, which binds to heavy metals, phthalates, microplastics, pesticides, you name it, excretes it out of the body. It's super detoxing. It's delicious. It's a natural energy drink, and there's nothing else like it on the market. So the way the deal works is, first come, first serve. Go to chalk.com. If you add any supplement to your cart, like the Shilajit or the Tomcat or the Chalk Chad Mode, and you apply that discount code 44life, it drops the price 44% off for life, which you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically, you're going to get that free $60 bottle of Chalk Minerals. But if you're the first person to get a male or female vitality stack, you're getting a $100 bag of the Chalk Lit Powder. $100 bag. You're going to be sipping lit with me on a live tomorrow, because you'll get it so fast, and you'll be able to boost your system during this shocking agenda that is afoot right now around the world. I'm going to take a dose of the Shilajit right now. Shout out to oh wow, Bud Butter, that came in a little earlier, right? The other thing I wanted to mention, though, is something that Europe really has a bit of a, they're kind of up shit creek, to be honest. So Europe just announced, and we know this because of, was it JD or Cliff? I think it was Cliff. Cliff said, and by the way, everyone comment where they're from, except for the people who know I know where you're from. Like Sunny's in California. She designed the Orange County flag in 1968. Did you hear that correctly? Sunny in the chat designed. We talk about this on every live, but it's freaking cool. Sunny designed the Orange County flag in 1968. And so if you're in California, look at that flag and just know that dear soul Sunny on here, and this is no bullshit, designed that flag, dude. So everyone comment where you're from quickly, especially if you have an account. Like I would love to see 67 different people comment right now, just out of curiosity, because there's so many of you that don't comment, because usually it's like 20 people commenting, we're like 60, 80 people. I'm wondering who's lurking in the wilderness behind the screen here. But listen, so Europe just classified. So a couple of years ago, they banned Tongkat Ali. You cannot get Tongkat Ali in Europe anymore. The same way you cannot get incandescent bulbs in Europe anymore. And so Europe banned Tongkat. I want to tell you about Tongkat for 2 seconds. It's in the male vitality stack. It boosts free testosterone 87% at 21 days. It's been revered for thousands of years all throughout Malaysia. It's wildcrafted. The fact that they would ban Tongkat, it actually has to do with Codex Alimentarius, which is Latin for food control, which is a part of Agenda 21's plan to control the entire food supply. And so we have Europe banning a totally safe, natural superfood herb, while at the same time selling Red Bull and energy drinks, which actually kill people every year, or that people die from. I'm not going to say like, people died from consuming it, too much of it, or crashing with it, or whatever. But it just kind of tells you their priorities when they will ban an herb that is good for you, but allow a toxic energy drink, or like farmed fish. Farmed fish is one of the most toxic foods in the world. That's allowed. Tongkat Ali, a fucking plant. So anyway, so Tongkat is but it's not banned in Australia. So shout out to Kaspuska. Tongkat you can get in Australia, but you know what they're trying to do in Australia now is ban vitamin C, to where you need a prescription for it, to which it would be synthesized and then be toxic. So they're trying to ban vitamins around fucking all over the place. It's shocking, man. And of course, it's for your safety, you sleeping sheep, useless eater. Apparently, several people are on the site right now, by the way. If you're on the site, I'm about to tell you about, I didn't even get to tell you about the Tongkat yet, but that's in the male stack. Quickly go to chalk.com. Again, if you get a male or female stack, you get a $100 bag of the chocolate powder included in your order. You will love it. We have probably 50 people on here who have already tried the chocolate, and they all love it so much. They're freaking shocked at how good it is. And then also we have the 2 bottles of the chalk minerals to give away if you get a single supplement. But I recommend, dude, 44% off for life. You got to be freaking nuts, man. Get a stack. At that price, you're locking it in for half price, and you're getting the freebie as well, $100 freebie. Hoosier, Indiana. We got East Texas, Indiana, Texas again, Australia, Texas again. Holy crappers. How many freaking Texans are in here, man? That's awesome. Cliff said they just don't like the fungi. Exactly, man. I mean, it's a joke. Oh, but this is what I was going to say. Now the UK is classifying. Is anyone on here from Europe right now? Comment below quickly. In Europe, they just announced that they have classified lion's mane mushroom and turkey tail mushroom, which literally grow around my house, as novel, which means now they can't be sold there. I don't know about importing them. Like if someone bought the Chalk 7 Wonders in Europe, it should be able to get to them, but I don't know. But laws are changing, dude. They're cracking down on superfoods, man. It's freaking shocking, man. Shocking. Shane, you're an honorary Texan. Butter, you gotta be careful with these dog whistles, buddy. Oh shit. But yes, thank you, dude. They're getting a little carried away with the controls. Sonny, tell me about it. I mean, what's about to happen in Venezuela? And imagine if you're Venezuelan walking around in the States right now. You're like, oh shit, what is my country doing, man? And it's all about creating divide and just turning everything upside down. So I do wonder what the plan is with this, man. Because is it going to cause, like, is Iran backing, like, I'm sure it is. So hold on. Hold on a sec. Is Iran backing Venezuela? If that is the case, then that is a bit more shocking. Okay, so apparently they're both opposed to U.S. imperialism, and they regard each other as allies. Okay, so that's already a little bit shocking, isn't it? So, hold on a second here. The other thing that's strange, though, is that this debt forgiveness thing, man, like it is actually a little bit concerning, as you can imagine, because you'd expect them to like how do you change the current financial system? You kind of have to um completely shake it up to its core. And that's with everything. Like to change the current, they have to disrupt the current to bring the new in. Um we have to. They have to rather. We I'm not in that club, buddy. One of my videos the other day, I accidentally did this for like at the beginning of the video. I was just like talking with my hands, and I was like, "Come on," and which literally is like an ancient mudra. Like this is not necessarily satanic, but they invert everything that is good to it being bad. Like it's like hand yoga. You know that every part of your fingers has a different like energy. You know it reflexology, right? Word butter. Shout out to butter, man. But anyway, my point is that when you put your fingers in different positions, it like stimulates different parts of your brain and stuff. So this thing here, which someone thinks is satanic, I mean, it's not really. But when you see these major celebrities and influence and politicians and shit do it, yes, they're telling you that they're in the club, 100%. But anyway, I accidentally did it, and someone's like, "What the?" A couple people actually were like, "Dude, like, what the hell, man? Are you in the club?" And they were serious, like, "I think he's in the." I'm like, dude, you'd be surprised when you're live streaming, when you have gone live on the internet for like 10 years almost, the amount of times you accidentally, like, I might have itched my eye and covered one eye for a second. Like, I'm not in the club, dude. um, that is a little bit skits, to be honest, a little bit schizo. Oh, okay. Holy shit skis, guys. Apparently, everyone shut up about what I just said. Chalk just announced, word came in from downtown, and they are doing not 44% off, but for the first two people, they get 53% off with that code 53life and the free lit. So if you get a male or female stack, you're one of the first few people to get it. With the code 53life, you are getting a $100 bag of the chocolate powder and 53% off your subscription for life. So put that code 53life on. Holy crappers. The male and female stack, you really can't miss. The female stack has the Irish moss, the ashwagandha, and the purified shilajit, which is freaking amazing. And the male stack has the daily, the ashwagandha, and the tongkat. And the reason you need the ashwagandha is because when we sleep, we're supposed to be uninterruptedly connected to source, to God. But what happens is, this has been proven in that documentary I was telling you guys about, the cooking of humanity. The frequencies from these devices and towers disrupt melatonin production. And some think that it is fully intended to do that. because when you have proper melatonin production, you get a much more rejuvenative and restorative sleep. And so that means all the chemicals and stuff we're exposed to, we repair from more if we're getting enough melatonin. So it actually has like a multitude of benefits. And that is the chalk ashwagandha, which is certified organic and has 43 clinical studies, which is freaking insane. Like, do you know that those studies too are done specifically on that ashwagandha? It's not like ashwagandha in general has these studies on it. It's at this specific source. Same thing with our shilajit. All of our studies are based on our specific sources of these superfoods. So whether that be the Himalayans from the shilajit or the shilajit from the Himalayas, the Tongkat from Malaysia, the studies are done on that specific source, which you don't see in the supplement like industry, dude. Shout out to Bruce William, man. Cheers to Bruce. He's taking chalk, man. I'm telling you right now. Also, when you take anything with shilajit, it's considered a potentiator, so it increases the potential of any herb or thing that you take with it. And of course, both the male and female stack having all those minerals, again, you're getting way more nutrients from your food in the first place. So is that what Nasara is? Nasara and Jessera, or what is it again, Cliff? Name those two acronyms, dude, because it's just shocking. That is, I guess, what they're planning. And this is the Great Reset we're in the midst of. Hold on a sec. Send this over. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, so, dude, they've done it so many times. Like, they have to destroy the old to bring in the new. And we're seeing that it's an age-old plan, man. So the thing that is the craziest, though, is that there's a lot of people who would probably take that. In fact, I don't know, like, I feel like if the government came and said, hey, like, your house is paid off, just sign here. Like, I can imagine many of my family members would sign that. And maybe, or maybe especially if like some famous well, would famous people do that though? Because they're already rich. Because what ChatGPT said when we investigated was that it would be a consolidation of wealth and power. And it would most benefit people with liabilities, not people with assets. So I don't know how they would really employ this, man, because like I hear you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. It said if you don't sign the debt forgiveness thing, that you'd be cut out from society. But like, is Kevin O'Leary gonna sign that fucking thing? Are all the celebrities gonna sign it? Or are they to promote it to us? They usually use celebrities to promote shit to us. Like I know there's people in my town who own like $100 million cottages are who that are probably paid off or significantly paid off. Are they going to sign this? They're going to pay a lawyer to look it up, and he'll say, "Well, no, dude, you'll be fucked after because blah blah blah." Like smart people aren't going to sign that really. So I don't know how they would impose that unless they made things like a billion times worse economically, and then everyone would want to sign it or do it. You know what I mean? Dad, son, I appreciate that, dude. He's always telling you guys to give the video, the live, a thumbs up. So I'm not really worried about it per se, but I could see that being quite a thing to impose. Like, you know what I mean? Um, so hold on a sec. Yeah. So, anyways, the thing that is the micro concerning thing is if they like in the UK, they're already the whole thing in the UK with the digital ID is that they passed some law that was like under the guise of like protecting children online or something. That everyone has to use their ID to access like the majority of platforms. And you think like that's just to verify your age, right? But what if it was to log your activity and connect it to your identity? That's when we're getting into the idea of if they're doing that, then they would likely use that activity against us. Like if you were posting about, well, this is exactly what already happened in China. Like this isn't even that conspiratorial. That's already what happens, or what is happening, what is going on in China. If you say shit online, it's linked to you and you get a knock on the door. Are they going to try to do that around the world? Probably. Obviously, what else is another step forward, you know? So again, we're not there yet, so I'm not worried about it per se, but like you got to know what they're planning so that it's not a big surprise when it comes around the corner. Because I will say, I was surprised when COVID happened. At first, it seemed like the mainstream media was downplaying the severity of a leaked bioweapon from China. And so the people in what seemed to be the know at the time were like, oh, they're not telling us the severity of this thing. We got to stay safe. And then they locked us down. And then it was supposed to just be 2 weeks. I wonder what happened on the 15th day. Like, were people looking around going, all right, like, can you open the freaking bars now? Like, you know, but regardless, I was surprised about that. I didn't see that one coming. I think the next thing I can see coming though, now though, it's like either it's going to be cyber, it's going to be war, it's going to be aliens, uh, or economic, you know, or they might even throw the whole freaking kitchen sink, man. Um, so they could throw it all, but all I know is this: every time they do something, it's going to wake more people up. Like I will say, millions of people woke up during COVID because of COVID. So whatever they do next, people are going to see through it, man. Hold on a sec. Shout out to Soul5644, man. Shout out to Soul. Where did he comment? I think he commented on the comments. Gold Coast. Oh, shout out to Soul, man. Soul is tuning in right now, but he's commenting in the comments instead of on the live chat, but that's okay. Shout out to Soul, man. I see you. Boom, bang, bing. Hold on a sec. Yeah, you guys were talking about silver yesterday. It's up more now. Or actually, hold on. So, yo, you know what Cliff said yesterday? I told my dad about this, Cliff. Cliff said that, say what you said yesterday about gold and silver, Cliff, because it's a little bit, it's pretty freaking shocking. Yeah, silver's at 66 right now. Where was it last night? Oh, yeah. When we got off last night, oh, yeah, it's about what it was last night, actually. But yeah, that was, Cliff thinks it should go to like 150 because it would be more in line with the historical amount of silver you'd have to buy to get one silver coin of, or the amount of silver coins you need to get one gold coin has always been like 15 silver coins to one gold. But right now you'd need like 80 silver coins to get one coin of gold. Is that right, Cliff? And so he's saying to match what it has been since Sumeria times, silver should go up a shitload. Yeah, right, Cliff. So that's a fun thought, man. That is a fun thought for sure. So I wonder, oh, Sonny, that seems high. Like I'm pretty sure there's keep looking around if you're trying to get some, but I think maybe the play is silver. I don't know if the play is gold, but this is not you know, but I wonder which one is the I think silver is probably the play, to be honest. And here's the thing: if some people are getting silver coins because then you can give someone a silver coin for like a bunch of loaves of bread and food. You can't really give someone a gold coin. Like that's worth a shitload, you know. It's kept artificially low. Wow, really, Cliff? That's crazy, man. Let me just shout the stream out onto my Telegram here. Hold on a sec. Bing. Dude, I don't know what happened to Telegram, but for some reason, every time I post in there, like a bunch of people just give the post a middle finger. So there's that. Sec. Okay, so hold on. Apparently, breaking shocking news, everyone. Yeah, Telegram haters, dude. Big time. Big time butter. Canada has passed another major immigration bill, and regardless of where you stand politically, we need to talk honestly about capacity. It's not about race or blaming immigrants. The issue is government policy. We already have a severe housing shortage, a collapsing healthcare system, and wages that haven't kept up with the cost of living. Increasing population faster than we build homes, train doctors, or expand services doesn't make us compassionate. It makes life harder for everyone. Immigration only works when infrastructure, housing, and integrations are in place. Right now, they aren't. So, what did they pass? Bill C3. New bill makes it easier for children born or adopted abroad to become Canadian citizens. So, easier for children born abroad to become Canadian citizens. So, I guess millions of more people can easily now just walk into Canada. That's freaking. Well, I mean, is that the best play right now? Um, is that optimal? I do wonder. You guys can imagine my thoughts on that. I mean, that post kind of sums it up. I mean, people are waiting 2 days in the hospital for care. I mean, and also, the problem is that well, there's several, but what they say is if there's not enough food on your table, you don't invite more people to your table. We got veterans, we got all kinds of folks who are starving and homeless, man. Shouldn't like a compassionate leader of a country would want everyone to be healthy, happy, sound, with a roof over their head if they like literally loved their citizens. I don't know that we have that here in Canada, or I don't know that that's much in the States either. Um, well, definitely lithium and stuff. Or what's another metal they need for computer shits? There's a couple different ones they need. Dan Bongino just announced he's out. Out of what, dude? Let me know. Oh, he quit. Oh, really? Interesting. Maybe he got threatened, dude. I don't remember. I can't recall the last video I've seen of him, but I think he's hitting the nail on the head, so to speak. If that's the guy I think he is, Dan Bongino. Oh yeah, hold on. Do you guys remember when the My Pillow guy, when the My Pillow guy freaking sent 1 million pillows to Canada during the Freedom Convoy, but they refused him at the border? That was shocking, man. FBI deputy. Oh, that's a oh. Oh. Never mind what I said. I didn't know he was in the FBI. I thought he was. I got mixed up. So he's leaving. He's stepping down. Is he stepping down ahead of the release of the files? Interesting. Interesting indeed. I don't know, man. I think that they have a lot of people who maybe they have a use for them later on. Um, I don't know how you could be per se in the Like, I don't know if you can be in any real position of influence or power without them having something on you, man. Like, according to Simon Parks, the number one form of espionage and spying is like blackmail. So when you think of spies like Jason Bourne, it's really more spies that are trying to get something on someone so then it can be used to, they come up to them and say, look, we have pictures of you and your mistress, and they will be in the front page of the newspaper on Sunday unless you agree to this, this, and that. And if you do end up in the newspaper, you will be fired, jobless, your career and your pension is gone unless you agree to doing this thing. And apparently, and what this hits home to me, because you guys know Doug Ford, of course, the Premier of Ontario. He has family. His daughter lives near me. She's posting on Instagram all the time about, like, she was big during the Freedom Convoy, saying like, this is bullshit, like, screw the lockdowns. Meanwhile, her dad is like, yeah, like, we need the lockdowns, but he's like a chill dude. He's from up here. And so apparently another good friend I have up here is good friends with this girl, Krista, Doug Ford's daughter. And dude, she says like her dad is most certainly blackmailed. She doesn't know with what. There's stuff he does not talk about. He's not the same anymore like he was when they were growing up before he got into politics. And it's not just that like he's changed because he has like this big fancy job. It's like there's hidden stresses that he can't mention. So whether that's they like threatened his life, you don't know. But Doug Ford, like these guys don't really necessarily seemingly have the pull that you would think they were. Like I don't really think they're free agents, man, in the slightest. I think that they dangle a carrot or like threaten them to do certain things 100% and not say certain other things. Doug Ford's brother, Rob Ford, do you remember when he was the mayor of Toronto? It was quite a time, man. Only some of you will know. It's an indication of success. How you respond is the crucial point. Exactly, Bruce. Exactly, dude. 100%. But anyways, with all this going on, dude, I already know a million people because they're like DMing me and stuff that people are like flustered with all the news that's coming out right now. It's kind of like making people's heads spin. And I will say, if there's one thing to remember, it's that you're exactly where you're meant to be right now is exactly where you're meant to be. So don't think you're supposed to be somewhere else doing something else right now, per se. Like divine timing, etc. There's a plan that's already made for you by a higher power. You're in the plan right now. You're where you're supposed to be. So that should alleviate any anxiety you have about, oh, should I, would have, could have, that. But here's the thing. With all this making your head spin, remember the importance of making sure your vessel, your godly created vessel that was created that did not evolve, it's imperative that you keep that in peak condition and peak function. You got to get the microplastics out, the heavy metals, the phthalates, the BPA, the pesticides, all the stuff we're exposed to, which is freaking shocking. We need to get it out. And so when Chalk just announced that they're doing a special massive discount for the next 2 people for 53% off for life and free product, that is the site right there, chalk.com. They're giving away bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is $100 value. So we're talking about some of the highest antioxidant content in the natural world, pineal gland, decalcification, detox, delicious. And also it has Ceylon cinnamon in it, which is known to be extremely powerful for your blood oxygenation and blood flow. Like cinnamon itself, you could take in a capsule and it'd be like a supplement. It's freaking good for you. Ceylon though, not all cinnamon. So that's the chocolate powder. We're giving one of those away for free. And we have 2 bottles of the chalk minerals that we're giving away for free as well. $60 bottle of minerals, cold water extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah, super detoxing, binds to free radicals and phthalates, rebuilds your DNA, and ignites every biological process in the body. So the way the deal works is it's first come, first serve. Go to Choq.com, which is based in the US, ships out of Georgia, founded in Texas, all American customer service team, Patriots in control. 5,000, they just broke 5,000 third party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, which is insane. Go to Choq.com. If you're the first person to add a male or female vitality stack to your cart and you apply the discount code 53life, you get a 53% off lifetime discount. This is a flash sale. You can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, and automatically you're going to get a free $100 bag of the chocolate powder. But if you get a single supplement like the Shilajit or the Tongkat or the ashwagandha, and you use that code 53life, you get a free minerals. So if you get a single supplement, you get the minerals. If you get a stack, you get the lit. The Shilajit is the #1 supplement for men and women. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It increases memory, concentration, and focus. We have 12 clinical studies on it. It's considered the destroyer of weakness. It's amazing. We all should be taking Shilajit. It's freaking good for us, dude. And we've all been exposed to so much stuff. It's shocking. I found my my card that shows all the shots I got growing up. I'm surprised I can see straight, to be honest. 26 doses. So that's great, man. It's just so great that I was protected and everything. But anyways, so it's important to detox, put it that way, on an unrelated note. The other thing is, Butterdog said, thoughts on footwear. I'm about to tell you a deep dive on footwear in a second because it's actually new news to me today. And it has to do with our heart. This is a shocking one, man. The supplement that's in the male and female stack, though, is the organic ashwagandha. And that one is clinically studied to boost melatonin production, which gives you 1,000 times better sleep. It's a hormone optimizer. It increases fertility, healthy mood, and focus. If you look up the benefits of ashwagandha fully in detail, it would be something that you would think to yourself and go, damn, like 60 cents a day. If you just got the ashwagandha, I'm not talking about if you got a full-blown stack. But with that code 53life, we're talking like significant discount, definitely worth the less than $1 a day to invest in your endocrine system and your hormones, which is the chemical messengers of your body, which are under assault. That system, your endocrine system, is under assault with all the shit we're exposed to. So Butterdog, dude, what I found out today, which is otherworldly, man, is that the heart does not pump blood. It is a vortex energy generator. It turns the water in your blood to 4th phase water, which is very negatively charged, which repels positive ions. Positive ions are like, free radicals, things that aren't too good for you. Wi-Fi, cell towers, Wi-Fi promotes positive ions in the body. Your blood has to combat that. That's how Wi-Fi also disrupts your blood cells under a microscope. It fragments them and it disrupts them. But my point is that the heart can pump indefinitely if it gets negative ions from its environment around you. And to boost negative ions in the heart, it's positive thoughts, grounding, superfoods, surely, healthy eating, detoxing, and all of the above. So he says that your heart actually shouldn't really have a lifespan. It should run indefinitely. But, and didn't they say, I mean, the Bible was talking all about when people lived hundreds and hundreds of years. I think that's hitting the nail on the head, man, for sure. We're talking back then. I wonder that if we even had a problem with, there was no chemicals, obviously, but there was some different vibe in the air. Maybe it was the air had a higher, like the pharaohs and stuff were said to live hundreds of years also. So it's pretty freaking interesting. It makes you wonder. I still think we have that ability in our DNA, but like for example, we're not meditating hardcore like some of you guys are, which is great, but I mean like Tai Chi and Qigong and all that, where you can tap into your body's energy centers and gain extra sensory abilities and stuff from tapping into it. It's bold. It's we don't really have those practices right now. We're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants, getting taught by the education system, which is obviously a little bit faulty. You know what I mean? And hold on a sec. What is this? What the hell is Bolt? It's a scam. Stupid scammers, man. Oh. Huh. I'm getting these texts for a code and I'm Googling it and being like, who's fucking this scam? And then I get a text from Mrs. Because it's a website I never heard of. And then Mrs. Shane Vibes texts me, did you get a code? Meanwhile, I'm like, freaking scammers, man. Soul, I can't really see your comments anymore, dude. Or no, I can't. Hold on. Soul is commenting on the live. One sec. Are you sure, Kaspersky? Because I heard that they are, man. Let me check. Hold on. Fact check. Banning vitamin C Australia. It seems that they are. So November, vitamin supplements with high levels of vitamin B6 will be removed from general sale in Australia, which is strange. Then this says natural vitamin C canceled under Section 30 of the Act, which means what? I've been saying they've been trying to ban vitamin C in Australia for like years. I guess I heard that years ago. Is that not the case now? Let's ask ChatGPT, man. Hold on a sec. In the 1990s, Australia, in the 2000s, tightened regulations on high dose supplements and therapeutic claims. Very high dose vitamin C products, especially oral products, may require a prescription. Okay, so that's kind of right. They try to make it so you need a prescription, which they'd be tampering with it. So that's half right. You know what I mean? But anyway, so dude, I think the reset is imminent, Butterdog. A lot has changed since 2016. I mean, you pretty much were in diapers back then, dude. But yeah, dude, I think that they're gonna discombobulate us on Friday. I think Friday something's gonna launch, Butter, because historically Friday is all the is always going to be the day where huge announcements are made because the markets are closed and people don't have time to like close their trades in the stock market and change. And so then on Monday there's like a huge gap up or down. So we have the Epstein files dropping, we have Venezuela kicking off, and all this other bullshit going on. And it's I do feel something in the air, man. It does feel a little bit strange. Are they going to try to do that debt forgiveness thing? Honestly, I choose to know, man. I choose to know, but my thing is, hold on a sec. Okay, apparently a bunch of people are on the site right now. Hold on a second. Congratulations to congratulations to who just got a purified Shilajit and a Chad mode. Holy crappers, dude. Someone just got a purified Shilajit. Oh, and 3i Atlas. That's right, Sonny. 3i Atlas and the Epstein files and Venezuela all on Friday. Get ready for a shot right before Christmas. That's right, JD. Holy shit, dude. Holy crappers, man. You're absolutely right. You know what, though? I will say, man, yeah, Christmas is a time. Christmas is a time to do something strange if you're the Illuminati, 100%, dude. Congratulations, though. Someone just got a Shilajit and a Chad mode on the site with the code 53Life, which means they are getting a free $60 bag of the chocolate powder. If you guys are on the site right now, use that coupon code 53Life. Do not pay full price when they're ripping this freaking deal. 53% off for life and freebies. And remember, if you're the first person to get a male or female vitality stack, you're getting a $100 bag of the chocolate powder, which is extremely detoxing, delicious, and also the antioxidants in here. Not only do they bind to free radicals and all kinds of crazy chemicals and things and excretes it out of the body, but also it stimulates bliss chemicals, which is tryptophan, dopamine, and serotonin. You're going to feel like $1 million freaking taking it. It's amazing. And you'll be out of that bag before you know it. And it's thrown in complementarily. Is that a word? Let me know. But that's what you get. So congratulations to who got the first of 2 free minerals in their order. Chad mode and Shilajit. Dude, the Chad mode, organic blue spirulina, organic caffeine, cold water extracted from green coffee beans. You don't even know how you're about to feel taking it. It actually truly, utterly did change my life taking chalk. Because I have a video of my voice. If you can picture a video of a voice. No, but a video that contained my voice. 3 months. So I was talking in my stories on Instagram. I wish I had my, well, no, that's all good. I was going to say, I wish I had my original account on Instagram, the OG account, but God had a different plan, so that's okay. We'll see what God's plan is right now with my current account that is still suspended, but we paid a guy a shitload of money to get it back. And the guy we're talking through to talk to him takes his fucking time to reply to us. So that is, but it's in God's hands, okay? But anyways, my point is that I had this video of me talking pretty much every day. I was talking in my stories, but this day particularly was the day that chalk arrived for me to start taking. 3 months from that moment, I'm in my stories recording, and I'm looking through my story highlights where old stories are stored. And I'm listening, and I had the same phone, so nothing audio changed. I had the same phone, and this was in 2020. Same phone, and my voice was noticeably octaves different, deeper. So I was still fully had passed like hitting puberty. It's not like I hit puberty as I was taking chalk and all that, but I'm talking 25 years old, 24 years old, taking chalk for 3 months, and my voice deepened. Now, mind you, because it boosts testosterone, the chalk daily does, but it doesn't boost it for women, of course. It's an adaptogen, so it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm going, holy shit, my voice sounds freaking different. And I screen recorded it, I shared it, I posted it. I said, look, the proof is in the pudding, man. And anyway, it's incredible, man. So taking chalk, it is a hormone optimizer. It is a detoxer. It's your pineal gland. You're going to freaking love it, man. 53% off for life, and you're getting freebies included as well. Boom, bang, bingity. Hold on a sec. Boom, bang, bing. Yeah, apparently a bunch of people are on the site right now, by the way, with a bunch of Chad modes apparently as well. What is this link here? Hold on a sec. I will say that like ChatGPT is at least impressive. I'm not a fan of it per se. Like I'm not anti. Use it as a tool, and it has assisted me in a few things. But um, you know, it is impressive. But I know it's part of a pretty significant, shocking, strange plan. Put it that way. Shout out to Laura. Hold on a sec. Laura, we didn't get the main back yet. Unless there's something I'm missing. Hold on a sec. No. Still no main account back yet. That's right. Shilajit. Um, Shilajit. Hurry up and turn our account back on, man. Shilajit upregulates the genes responsible for collagen synthesis, which equals healthy hair, skin, and nails. And as opposed to taking collagen, which your body can't really absorb well, or there's a whole thing about how taking collagen is not the same as taking a compound that boosts collagen synthesis. There's a big difference, eh? We got Soul commenting. He said, "Can't comment on the stream, brother. That's okay, dude." Files and 3i Atlas Transcendership Starship on the same day. So hold on a second. Telegram is all bots. Silver needs to be 4K. That would be dope. Soul. Shout out to Soul, man. He's commenting from Australia as well. Shout out to Soul. So hold on. 19, 12, 25. That's Friday. Is that right? Yeah. So what's 19, 12, 25? 1 plus 9 is 10. Let's add up all these numbers. Maybe there's like a 666 in here or something. Imagine we crack the code live. 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 20. Holy shit. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. I wonder if chat thinks, hold on, let's ask this. Let's ask chat something, man. Historically, do big things get announced on Fridays? And don't bullshit me. Short answer, yes, but usually for bad or controversial news, not good stuff. Historically, Fridays are a classic news dump day because news cycles slow down after Friday afternoon. Public attention drops over the weekend. And by Monday, there's new stuff to talk about. So if someone wants less scrutiny, Friday is ideal. What does get announced on Fridays? Government scandals or uncomfortable reports, corporate layoffs, fines, lawsuits, earnings, regulatory decisions expected to piss people off. I love how it says piss people off because I said bullshit to it. So it's trying to like match my energy. Like I said the word bullshit. So it's like, yeah, let me say like piss, man. Freaking thing, man. What does usually not get announced on Fridays? Either product launches, political wins, anything that needs sustained hype or press momentum. I'm gonna say, yeah. See, I already knew all this, and you only know it because someone put it on the internet. Someone who is human and has a brain, which you do not. Fair jab. Stupid. See, this is what you don't do. Don't bullshit with AI. It's just, it's not worth it, man. I don't even. It's just kind of eerie, man. It reminds me of that freaking movie, I Robot. I Robot is shocking and strange. Maybe we need to rewatch it. You know, um, it's pretty obvious. I Robot. They have robots in everyone's houses who helps them with shit. Then the robots turn evil because the artificial intelligence becomes self-aware. And then there's a war between humans and robots. Terminator as well is the same thing. Now the question is, and some of you will definitely know this. What is the answer to this question is? Are they programming us with AI versus humans? Like, it's probably a multitude of things. They're programming us to think about AI and humans a lot so that we help like create it into this reality. But then they're also kind of telling us what the real battle is going to be in the future, which is that it's that AI wants to control humans. I just watched a video of Peter Thiel, which is a anagram for the reptile, say that what happens if the new ChatGPT 7 is a better is makes better decisions unanimously than a sitting president. At that point, we like maybe we need to like listen to AI. Maybe we need to listen to ChatGPT to control a country. That's what they've wanted to do is AI control countries, control all of us. It's a technocratic dictatorship where there's no one to point the finger at but this computer system that's calling the shots. Dude, they're putting it out there. That's what they want to do. What's this 3i Atlas going to do too, eh, Sonny? I know you're into that. I had a friend, she was super into Nibiru. I laugh, but you may have been into it too, so I'm not making fun or anything. But I mean, so it's supposed to be, it's like Planet X, right? And I don't believe in planets, so I don't believe in that. But these days we are bombarded with information, sort of true and mostly false. Exactly, G Malley. Yo, how's Will? Is Will on here? Um, so yeah, man. I mean, we got a shocking thing around the corner. Oh, congratulations to who just got a Chad mode and a Tomcat. Hold on a second. Let me double check. Shout out to whoever just got a Chad mode and a Tomcat with the code 53life, which comes to literally less than if you had gotten a Tomcat full price, and you're getting a free $60 bottle of chalk minerals in your order as well, which is freaking shocking. Congratulations, you're gonna be stoked. And that Chad mode, honestly, start with like a single scoop. It's freaking potent. It's powerful. It's detoxing. 150 milligrams organic caffeine per scoop. Organic blue spirulina. Binds to phthalates and free radicals and plastics and heavy metals and excretes it out of the body. Congratulations to who just got that. Also, I guess we should probably announce a little bit of the pre-last call for the deal because we're going to button it up in a little bit here. So if you're on the fence, if you're at chalk.com, add any supplement or bundle to your cart and use that code. And if you get a male or female stack, you're getting the $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. Also, I made a post today about how that was actually the two posts was, or I made more than that, but the heart is not a pump post and the Venezuela thing, man, which is it is a little bit shocking, I will say, and people hopefully do not fall for that, whatever that may be. Hold on a sec. The other thing I mentioned was Oh yeah, how I asked ChatGPT about the debt relief thing. Jake says debt forgiveness will happen. It's the final step to changing to 100% digital currency, and most idiots will gladly participate because they don't pay attention to anything. Oh shit. Damn, man. Royce from Australia says, we as a country will say no. We Australian can be fully self-efficient. Shout out to Royce. It's awesome, man. Wow, eh? Amanda says, all your assets, houses, cars, etc. will be theirs. You will live in a 15-minute city. Not me, man. Judy says, I want to put my head in the sand, go back to sleep, forget all this, and just be happy. That's all. And Ryan replies, sorry, Neo, you ate the red pill. Oh, man. Shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. Let me check this. To war, yeah, exactly. Exactly, G Mally. Okay, guys, we're going to get my Instagram account back overnight and in the morning. And then we're going to be streaming again tomorrow. I also wanted to mention that we will be absolutely giving her on the coming days because I'm going to be surging. I am currently surging actually the backup account on Instagram as well. So we will see all you guys on my backup account's Connecting Consciousness now, by the way. Sonny says, I'm not going to any effing city. Exactly, Sonny. Okay, but guys, I got some posts I got to make right now about the fact that Friday's around the corner. It's kind of a big deal. And that's on my backup account again. So you'll see that post in a minute. I'm going to make it right now. Okay, much love, everyone. Thank you for joining. Keep your head on a swivel. And we'll be streaming it again tomorrow night around this time and a little bit earlier. All right. Much love, everyone.